Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, sushidragonmaster, and today I'm going to do the rapid fire book tag because it looked like a quick tag film and I haven't gotten a video up this week. I'm like filming in the middle of the week. I'm having a crazy week and I still need to get a video up, and I did film something earlier. I didn't like how it turned out and I didn't feel like redoing it, so we're going to do this one because I want to do this one. So now, let's get into the questions. Ebooks or physical books? Obviously physical books because you can touch them and pet them, and they're pretty, and you can actually physically see them. Well, I guess you can see an ebook, but it's not the same. Paperback or hardcover? Paperbacks are cheaper, so paperbacks. Online or in-store book shopping? I prefer going to the store because then you can actually touch the books and smell the books and look inside the books. Unless there's something that I really want that I can't find in the store, it's like online shopping is like my last resort because I prefer getting it in person. Trilogies or series? Series, because after the end of stuff I always want to know what happened next because I just am that kind of person, and series are more than 3 books, except sometimes there are those few exceptions where I just don't want anything else in that world. Heroes or villains? Villains, because they are just so much more interesting, and in Disney movies they always get the best songs, so villains. I mean, heroes are cool too, but like I like villains for a different reason. A book you want everyone to read. A Lot to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. You should read it. It's awesome. It's good. You should read it. Recommend an underrated book. I'm gonna go with the Gallagher Girls series by Ali Carter because it's awesome and fun, and they're really short and they're just fun, which I already said, but it's fun. The last book you finished. Tone Deaf by Olivia Rivers. It was good. The last book you bought. Technically didn't pay for it, but my sister brought this to me from her work because it was like being used for some college course or something, and it was the last book I acquired, so I'm counting it. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? I don't really use super weird things, but I've used my hand before. That's kind of weird. I'm really trying to think here. I mainly use, like, if I can't access Bookmark, I use some type of paper thing. But other than my hand, I guess the weirdest thing I use is, I don't know if you guys remember Webkins, but I've used the little, like, Webkins tags as bookmarks. I still have one in a book, but it's a book that I, like, never finished, and it's just been unfinished for years. Used books, yes or no? Yes, because they are super cheap. Most of the time. I've gotten books for 50 cents before. I've gotten books for 25 cents before. It's better than paying full price, except when they end up missing pages, like some books. Top 3 favorite genres. I'm gonna go with fantasy, contemporary. I haven't read enough sci-fi that, I guess, unless dystopians count as sci-fi, but I think they're dystopians. I think that's a genre. I think that is a thing. So, fantasy, contemporary, and we'll throw in sci-fi, I guess. What I've read, I typically enjoy. Borrow or buy? I prefer to buy because then when I like the book, which I usually do, there's not too many books that I hate. They can stay with me forever. But the few times that I do read books that I have bought and didn't like, I'm just kind of look at them like, why did I even spend money on you? But for the most part, I do prefer to buy books, even though it takes up all my money. Characters or plot? Now this one is really confusing. I mean, not confusing, that's the wrong word. It's just confusing. My answer's confusing is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But like, I think you can have a good plot with terrible characters, but you can also have good characters with a terrible plot. But I guess I would prefer characters to plot, so I could endure a bad plot so long as the characters are interesting enough. Long books or short books? What about medium books? That's a thing, right? Like medium length books. because sometimes short books are too short and sometimes long books are too long. What if I like it in the middle? I guess I'll pick long books because then the story keeps going for more time. Long chapters or short chapters? Short chapters! I said it! Finally! And I prefer short chapters because when a chapter is long, I feel too intimidated. And when, like, I would rather read a 1,000-page book that had 2-page chapters than a 20-page book that had no chapters at all. Or just like 2 chapters, because the chapters in the 1,000-page book would be shorter. So I would prefer that, because short chapters encourage me to keep going, and then they make me think, hey, I have time for this next chapter, even though I never do. Name the first 3 books you think of. Throne of Glass. I almost said Sarah J. Maas. That is not a book, that is an author. Lost Hero. Scorpio Races. That is 3. That was very random, but it was 3. Books that make you laugh or books that make you cry? Well, I'm easily amused, so anything can make me laugh. So it doesn't even have to be a good book, but it could just have a funny part, and I'll be happy with it. So I'm gonna have to go with books that make me cry, because then that means I got so into it, and it was awesome enough that I got that into it that it made me cry. So books that make me cry. Our World or Fictional Worlds? I'm gonna go with Fictional Worlds. Because even when I read contemporaries, sometimes they make up town names, sometimes they make up schools, sometimes they make up places. Therefore, the world is fictional because fictional places exist within it. So, sometimes, even though it seems like our world, it's really fictional. And, yeah, it could take place in, like, Florida, which is a real place. But they could be like everything is at this on this fictional road in a fictional house on the fictional road. Therefore, it's a fictional world. Audiobooks, yes or no? I don't really like audiobooks that much, but then again, I haven't tried many. So, as of now, the answer is no. But maybe one day it'll be yes. But as of now, it's no. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, I do. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I believe I've only ever seen one book to TV adaptation, and that's the How to Train Your Dragon TV show. But the How to Train Your Dragon TV show is like the same thing as the movies. It takes place in between the first movie and the second movie. So that's the only one I've seen that I know of, unless I've seen other things I just didn't know were books, but that's the only one I know was a book. So I guess I'm going to have to go with book to movie adaptations, just because I haven't seen enough book to TV ones to really judge that. And a majority of the times when I do see book to movie adaptations, I mean, I will be sitting there like, you did that wrong, but I do end up enjoying them in the end, except sometimes. There are those books. I mean, I like the books, but like the movie is just kind of eh. A movie or TV show you preferred to the book? For this, I will go with the answer I always go with, and that is How to Train Your Dragon / the show. The show has many names, so we're not going to go through them. Because when I did my wrap-up, my July wrap-up, when I actually read How to Train Your Dragon, I did compare the book to the movie and kind of talked about a little bit of what's similar and what's different. But like I said there, I just really prefer the direction the movies go in to the direction the books go in. Because they do follow like totally different stories, sort of, but I just prefer the story that the movies are telling to the story that the books are telling. Even though I've only read the first book, but I still prefer the story that the movies tell. And the last one is series or standalones. Again, series, because standalones always end very abruptly, and I developed an accent. If you have not done this tag, I tag you to do it, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have done this tag. Let me know down below what the last book you read was, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!